Hi there, it's Faye, and today we're talking about Potion Permit, an upcoming alchemist simulation RPG rendered in beautiful and breathtaking pixel art. You are a talented chemist, part of the Medical Association, sent to a remote town of Moonbury, where you have to heal the mayor's daughter and anyone else who falls sick in town, using purposeful combat and exploration skills to gather ingredients for your alchemy potions. Heal patients, gain the trust of Moonbury residents, and make it so that the Medical Association can officially open a branch in town. I found myself enjoying this alpha as much as my favorite games ever, including Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley, even though the game lacks any farming mechanics at all. In other words, I didn't have to grind over my crops all day. I had to fight monsters, collect ingredients, and then put them together using Tetris pieces so that my potion would work in the limit of 5 pieces alone. For all intents and purposes, Potion Permit looks and feels like a pixel farming simulation game that we didn't know we needed. But let's rewind a bit. You'll start the game with a beautiful character customization screen. I wanted to recreate my original character Ghost into this game, and I was happily surprised by how the more otherworldly skin colors looked. Doesn't she look great? She looks so good. You'll spawn on a train on your way to Moonbury. Nestor reminds you that you will be representing the Medical Association on your trip. You are the association's hope to open a new branch in Moonbury. He's surprised that you have a dog with you and asks you for his name. I've named my dog Boop. He's very cute. Surprisingly, the first people you meet upon exiting the train are Moira and Colin, who are not Moonbury residents, but actually co-workers of yours at the Medical Association. They are in charge of your transfer, if you will, and I've already talked to the mayor about you moving into town as a new chemist and de facto doctor. The second you walk off screen, Moira asks her co-workers if they think that you will do all right in the town, and that she has her doubts. Colin says he's very interested in seeing the results, and Nestor says it's time to report back to Miss Vertilli. While you're going to live out your days in Moonbury, it's interesting to keep in mind that the Medical Association is going to keep an eye on you, and the world is bigger than this new town you call home. The mayor, named Meyer, and his wife, Marielle, greet you at the entrance to Moonbury and let you know that it was Meyer who asked for help from the Medical Association for his daughter, who's been sick. You receive a dose of cold reality as Marielle tells you that Moonbury folk are not used to advanced technologies, particularly regarding their health. This is mirrored in your welcome at the local bar that is less of a welcome and more of people just chastising you for even coming out here to begin with. These opening scenes are accompanied by the most serene and sweet music I've ever heard at the beginning of a game. Typically, I expect to start games with a bombastic blast of welcome to your new home, but this feeling instead really matched the vibe of Moonbury being remote and not too trusting, and yet happy. And while you're offering help, it might take some work for it to be accepted. With the introductions out of the way, you go to bed, and you're finally able to walk around and control your character in the morning. Right outside, however, is Meyer and his assistant Zhao, who proves to be instrumental in helping you fix your cauldron and giving you basic potion crafting tasks to get you started. At this point, you'll learn a few things about the UI. Your highlighted quest will be shown in the upper right, and I noticed a thumbs down next to the word trust in the upper left. Our first hint that trust is very much a game mechanic. You can whistle to your adorable pet, and it seems like you'll be able to ask him to find villagers in the future, although I'm not sure if that's implemented yet. At this point, I'm going to stop walking through exactly what quests I did in what order, so that you can have your own magical experience too. But I was very quickly introduced to the exploring and material gathering aspects of the game. Every potion ingredient that you gather in the wild, whether it's through defeating an animal or simply hacking away at a plant, represents a Tetris piece in your cauldron. And in order to create whatever potion you want, you need to fill out the entire shape with Tetris pieces, never going above 5 total pieces used. It looks like we'll be able to use more ingredients in future potions, but this was true for all of the alpha content. After a few tutorial quests collecting items and making potions, you're able to finally meet Rue, the mayor's daughter, and help her with a few of her ailments. Apparently, before you came along, the town has been relying on a local witch doctor to heal them. He's not very happy about your presence, and I think he's being a little selfish because Rue needs some help, but treating her is your first step to gaining trust in the village. From here on out, I was guided by a bunch of mini quests that you can grab in the town hall, all with the final goal of collecting more ingredients and permanently healing Rue in the long run. Instead of waking up and planting and watering crops all day as you would in a farming simulator, you'll wake up in Potion Permit and there might be this little alarm going off in the upper right. That means that a patient has arrived for you in the medical wing right outside of your farm. You'll have to go diagnose them and then make a potion to treat their ailments. Every patient will have a maximum number of days that you can take to heal them. And if you fail, trust in you and the community will go down. I didn't have trouble healing a patient in one day, but I'm sure it will get harder with future content. The mayor reminds you that if you fail to treat a patient adequately, they will be forced to seek care from the local witch doctor, which could result in you getting pulled out of Moonbury altogether. So train those Tetris pieces. Some of the ailments that you will treat include lumps, bruises, and itchiness, even on the feet. This has been one of the points of criticisms in terms of alpha testers, wanting to have a greater range of ailments and to stop curing people's itchy feet. But I think it's a minor point, especially during alpha. Similar to completing quest items from the town hall, curing someone will give you some gold, as well as some moon cloves. Moon cloves are the key item behind the local tradition of giving gifts and making friends. And one of the quests you'll actually receive is to simply make friends. But talking to people doesn't count. Giving them enough moon cloves to receive a quest from them specifically and then a friendship cutscene, now that's what we're talking about. Speaking of friendship and loves, one of the FAQs for this game is whether or not you can marry any of the characters. The team over at Mass Hive Media has stated that you can't marry anyone currently, but you can date any dateable characters, and most importantly, you can pick a place within Moonbury to hang out with them. So it sounds like friendship events are a key part of the game, and perhaps some romance things in the future too. Which is really good, because I might have fallen in love with the son of the local ranchers named Luck. I mean, it's Luck spelled Lucke, and when you meet him, he literally tells you that it's okay, I don't hate you, which is what my anxious brain needs after a whole town hates me just for existing and trying to give help. That being said, I do also have a crush on Helene. She's in charge of the local casino under the pub. You can skip this next bit if you don't want to see her cutscene, but essentially I ended up eavesdropping on her kind of by mistake as she was asking a local guard about local treasure or hidden secret. She confronted me about it later in the casino and told me that next time I should just step into the conversation too. Assertive for sure, but interesting also. To trigger these friendship cutscenes, you will have to gift an NPC between 2 and 3 moon cloves. I think it was 2 each time I tried. And then they will post a personal quest on a local quest board, which is more of like a when and where to trigger a character specific event. Of course, I wasn't able to trigger all of the friendship events in the alpha time alone, but I was able to become friends with Martha, the barmaid at the local bar, and my beautiful boy Luck did give me a friendship quest for which I triggered a small little cutscene, but I'm not able to finish completely yet because he's asking me for an item that isn't currently in the demo. Nearing the end of my demo time, I managed to scrounge up enough materials and money to actually expand into having a kitchen. I feel like this wasn't really a thing I was supposed to do during the alpha, and the cooking animation is pretty simple so far, but it was very exciting. Not to get too spoilery, but the end of the questline as it existed in the alpha has a little visit from other people from the medical association. Perhaps your work so far has not quite proved that you're ready for this task after all. Overall, Potion Permit strikes me as the perfect farming simulation without farming. The one thing that I think might be missing from the game is the ability to decorate my house or to decorate my potion house area. When it comes to farming simulators, I love to be able to decorate my house and my farm, but I get pretty dreary and tired when I have to water the same plants over and over and I miss half the day in town. To be fair, there are late game items that fix this, such as sprinklers and Junimo Hut, and I'm not sure if Potion Permit can make auto collecting resources a thing. But when it comes to Potion Permit the alpha, I look forward to taking care of patients when the little alarm bell goes off every morning and triggering friendship/heart events with these really interesting characters in town. The game's alpha has ended and they've pushed back the release date to 2022, but this is definitely something to keep on your list. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more gaming content from me, and I will see you next time.
I wish you could be with me, so I